Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic, and we're playing some Cobra Stompy, some Mono Green Stompy today. And Mono Green Stompy, I feel like, should be one of the most powerful decks in the format. Just like how powerful this deck is right here is really, really powerful. But there's so many busted cards in Standard right now that it's I'm not sure how good this is, honestly. Like, it's one of those where it's like I feel like this deck is really powerful. This is exactly the type of thing I would like to be playing, and I do think this is going to have a pretty good, win percentage and everything like that with the deck. We just have some really good pieces: Gilded Goose, Lotus Cobra to be ramping up a little bit to get into our 3 drops, 4 drops, and then hopefully into our 5 drops. Great henge, big, awesome, cool things, and we win the game. Booyah! That's the game plan. That's what we do, is we win games. The issue is that there's a lot of really, really powerful things out there right now. Like a lot of really powerful things out there right now. And so we have to make sure that we have a game plan built around that. Normally with Mono Green Stompy, you almost play all Stompy stuff just to make sure you're going in phase. So maybe this should be called like Stompy mid-range, because instead of being more Stompy where they deal with our stuff, we're just going to attack through. I feel like I'm having to I put in more and more removal spells into this deck to actually play up against everything else that's going on. If we get the right removal spells at the right time, if we get to play out, like, we should be able to curve out and win against most of the decks that are in the format right now. And that's why we have 6 removal spells in the deck. I'm not sure if that's quite enough to be towards like the mid-range plan rather than Stompy. I don't really know what the barriers are between all those things. You guys let me know down in the comments below. What makes the difference between Stompy, mid-range, ramp, or whatever? Like, let me know, because I'd love to know. I just make stuff up. Anyway, so we have Inscription of Abundance, which lets us fight stuff at instant speed, which is really nice. It also lets us do a plethora of other things. If we have lots of mana, we can kick it. We can put 2 plus and plus encounters onto a creature. We can gain life equal to the greatest power among creatures we control. And then we can also so that's cool. We can also then fight with it as well. Ram through, another instant speed removal spell, really nice with our trampling creatures that we do have. And then also Primal Might, just a one of, because every once in a while it's really nice to just dump a bunch of mana into a Gem Razor or something else and go swinging in and win games. 1 copy of Vivian, or 2 copies of Vivian in here. Gargaroth on the top end. Otherwise, we're just playing the basic stuff. Stonecoil Serpents worked really great with our Gem Razors. We have Grook's Harbinger, Yorvo, just all the good, awesome things in this deck. And that should be enough to win us games. I'm really hoping that it does. We have great henge on the top end to make us, be gaining life, drawing a bunch of cards to outvalue people. I wish I wish I could normally give my normal amount of just like enthusiasm for a deck with this, but right now I'm a little bit worried that there's just so many good things in the format that even an amazing deck like this won't have as much of a shot. And I think that sums up why I'm a little bit frustrated with Standard right there. Is I feel like this will still win games, but I know that I'm going in with a little bit of a disadvantage just because I'm not doing busted things, and so we're just playing fair Magic, a little bit of ramp because you're in green. Of course, you're gonna have some ramp, and then just play big stompy things. Like, of course, you're gonna have big stompy things in green. And man, I wish this was enough. I really hope that it is. We're gonna go ahead and jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us. Watch me go 6-0 again with this one. We'll see. Like, I probably will, because skills and such. but we'll see. Anyway, let's jump into the gameplay, see how it does for us. I gotta switch out my lands for better ones, and wish me luck. All right, we're up against Gimply. Great name, by the way, Gimply. We'll see how this goes. So this is one cool thing with Gilded Goose and Inscription of Abundance. We can turn this into just a 2/3 or 2/4 flyer, which isn't that bad actually. I'd like some better stuff in here, but we do have some ramp for Gargaroth. We have some things we can play up against a Lurrus deck. I want to go ahead and try this. This is for science. I do this for you. All right, so we have Gem Razor onto the Gilded Goose on turn 2 as well. We can make it a 6/6 on turn 3. That's going to be sweet. Ooh, or we go for the protection against the multicolored right there. Yeah, we're going to do that. No attacks past the turn. If we had drawn a land as well, if we had the 3rd land, I would go ahead and pay all in for that so we can just get Gem Razor onto a big guy. But this is fine. Alright, gaining lots of lives. Alright, there is the Gem Razor manas. Alright, mutate onto Stonecoil Serpent. Put it over. I don't think we can quite pressure life just yet. They're going to be gaining enough life that I think they're okay with racing at the moment. And so we pass the turn, and then we're going to try to ram through Inscription of Abundance, those kinds of things. Hallowed Priest. We may go for Gargaroth if we get it out. We'll see. So let's see. Lurrus is in the deck. So this isn't just a normal Cleric deck. This is this kind of Cleric deck, which is a little bit terrifying. By a little bit, I'm like, holy crap, I'm about to die. You know, no big deal. Alright, so we can go Inscription of Abundance and kill quite a few things. I can kick it if I wanted to here. I think I don't want to do that, though. I think I want to ram through. Inscription of Abundance. Let's just fight. You fight that. Yeah, it doesn't take any damage because we're awesome. And now these don't have any ways to be gaining life just yet. Pass the turn. Gargaroth on the next turn should be pretty nice. Gain some life. That's bad. We will trade off with the big Hollow Priest here if they swing in. Lurrus to hand. That's annoying. Ooh. Alright, swinging with Gemrazor. I want to kill the big stuff if I can. I'm offering up the trade, basically. Down to 17, Gargaroth. Lurrus brings back Cleric of Life's Bond. Yeah, okay. Castle Garenbrig. Gargaroth. Swing. So they can bring it back next turn, so there's not a lot of reason to not block here. The issue is just that they're going to start getting lots of life. So maybe we do just go ahead and start pushing in for pressure. Kind of slow them down as much as we can. They can bring it back and just gain life to grow this one, though. So we have to draw a card here pretty soon. Maybe I should attack before this so that we could potentially find like ram through and kill it before it actually blocks. So no attacks, pass the turn. Play defensively for at least one more turn. Yeah, this is good. This is a good deck. I'm liking it. Yeah, the protection from multicolored is pretty nice, though. With Gemrazor. Bloodchief's Thirst. Not as good. How do we get out of this? Something like Great Henge. Questing Beast isn't the worst. Yeah, they just get to bring stuff back. This Lurrus is really an issue. We have to find removal for the Lurrus and then start trying to chip away. So that's the biggest issue here is even if we do trade off and like push some damage through, Lurrus just hurts us so much here. Really liking this High Clef Cleric with this as well. This is a sweet deck. I'm terrified right now. Village Rites, sacks a creature, gets to bring it back, gains more life. Things are bad for us. Oh my gosh. That's bad. I really like this deck though. This is what they're doing is really cool. Alright, block. They don't get to bring it back this turn. Yay. There's another questing beast. Alright, pass the turn. Would they trade off with this? Probably. Pass the turn. Man. Ram through, I think, is our best thing that we can find. Hallowed Priest comes back. Gains a ton of life. Impassioned Orator. Oh my goodness, man. And they've been drawing fairly well. I guess it helps when you have your entire graveyard to be playing around with too. Doesn't attack in. Interesting. Alright, Great Henge. Yeah, just play out Gemrazor, I think. There's nothing we can kill, right? We just need more bodies on the board, so play out Gemrazor, gain some life. Grook's Harbinger. No attacks. I mean, we do lose in the standstill somewhat. If we can take care of Luris again, we can have a shot. Very good life spawn. So much life gain. Alright, we'll kill the big guy. Block and block here. Draw a card, I think, with the Gargaroth. I mean, these Clerics of Life spawn are going to be bad as well. I mean, it becomes a 6-6 immediately. Or what, a 5-5? Oh, no. Sorry. It's bigger. My bad. Whew. At least I haven't found an Arc Beam of Life's Bounty or whatever it's called. It's just whenever something hits the battlefield, right? We haven't played a land yet. Oh, we did play land. Alright, play Vivian. There's the inscription. Alright. Oh, dang it. We don't have the mana now. Yeah, draw the card. Create a beast.
I call, and Decoria answers.
Menace and Death Touch here, so they kill Vivian. We do get Inscription of Abundance, so we can start killing. We can finally kill Luris on the next turn. Is it too late? We have the Great Henge, and so like I'm still a little bit tempted to hold out. The issue is that we have only 2 more Questing Beasts. 2 might be enough though, if we find another Ram through and stuff. We'll see. Alright, chump here. Swinging all at faced. They're obviously wanting this to die, just so they can grow everything else again. We do have to kill it. We could kill this as well. Okay, we'll take it like this. Yeah, pre-plays. Gains a 10 more life. Alright, well, first off, Lotus Cobra. Play Forest. Add green mana. Is it worth kicking this? We get to gain how much life? 8. Or we could just go off with the Great Henge as well. Alright, let's go ahead and kick this. I think the 8 life actually will be useful here, so... Alright, so 2 counters onto Gemraiser. We gain life. You fight Luris. They don't get to gain life there because we have the right kind of creature. Let's go ahead and go X3. Gargaroth off the top is not bad. We get to use the -2 next turn now. Let's go with, I guess, just Vigilance again.
We will adapt to any threat.
And no attacks. I mean, now we have a big board. We have ways to block these guys all day long. I mean, the 13/13 is annoying. Alright, that attacks at Vivian. Alright, that's 13. Chump. We get rid of one big guy. Now we just have chump blockers for the other ones the rest of the time, right? Alright, -2.
I brought friends. Lots of them.
Gargaroth. Alright, Gargaroth grabs a Questing Beast. Yorville could be nice here too. Let's go questing beast. There's the Yorvo. This is the best thing. The Great Hench with Vivian is just so good. So good. And this is exactly the kind of thing we're going for here. Alright, so now we start just picking off things. There's no Luris in the main board. They could have Call the Death Dweller, I guess, which is an issue. So let's see. 1, 2. We get it up to a 7. So we can't kill this one very easily. I guess we can. I forgot we have Yorvo here. So you fight you. I could just kill the big guy if I wanted to. I don't think they have any kind of fling, though. I think that we just get rid of all of their board here. And we just deal with it that way. No attacks past the turn. There's a vessel. So they will have flyers now. So now we can start putting this on other stuff. Okay, passes our turn. That's not anything good. Uh-oh. That's been a lot of lands in a row. All right, with reach, Yorvo gets bigger. And I don't think they have any way of getting rid of this. I guess it's not worth slowing it down though. So yeah, pass the turn. Speaker of Heavens. All right, so they can create angels every single turn. Yeah, flyers are going to be an issue. Dude, I love this deck though. What they're playing is sweet stuff. Yeah, you've got to be swinging in with this every time. Why are they not swinging in? Alright, there's the creature we needed. Alright, that also lets us have another reach, a really big reach creature, which is nice. So yeah, add green mana. I can't remember how this counts for the curve mana costs. I don't think it works the way I'm hoping. Alright, so X, let's go X6, I think. Okay, Lotus Cobra. Keep growing the Yorvo. A lot of lands off the top.
I'd like you to meet my friend, Stompy.
All right, where are we at? 23 cards left in the deck. We do have to start swinging in at some point, right? All right, pass the turn. I guess the main thing here is they don't have to be swinging in with the Hollow Priest just yet. So they're looking for the Call of the Death Dweller. We are going to be able to play through our deck a little bit before they do. So we have to start swinging in within the next couple of turns. There's a 4/4. Yeah, gains more life. The big guy gets even bigger. If we can find our other ram through, though, to be able to kill the Hollow Priest, all of a sudden they lose so much of their threats. Alright, so there's Lotus Cobra. There's a Questing Beast, number 2. If we swing with the Gargroth, something dies. Or they just take it, right? It doesn't actually matter that much. It's another reach creature as well. Alright, go Questing Beast anyway.
My herd grows ever larger.
Grook's Harbinger. Draw a card, grow Yorvo. We're just going to mill through our deck, I think, at this point. Alright, we finally find a few more kill spells. Alright, play the land, add a bunch of green mana. Alright, let's add a couple counters to... let's see here. I guess the Yorvo, because Yorvo can eventually actually kill the other guy. We gain life. You fight that. Yeah, the issue is that we're almost through our deck though. Dang it, I didn't mean to discard that. That's fine though. Well, I mean, this game became really cool. It's interesting that we actually are going to mill ourselves out before anything else. It's kind of fun, I guess. All right, so we have 7, 11. The one time I didn't hold up mana, I found the ram through that we needed.
Beauty lies in variation.
Alright, pass the turn. Discard a forest. Ram through would be great. Like, so we actually can do some damage with this Stonecold Serpent as well. It being a 19/19. Alright, so now we actually have to start attacking in aggressively.
I'd like you to meet my friend, Stompy.
Alright, let's go ahead and swing in. I think we actually end up being favorable with this. Probably shouldn't have swung with the Gilded Gooses, though. The geese? Gilded Geese? Yes. Alright, so they're going to try to kill the Hollowed Priest. Or this one, yeah. Alright, so let's go ahead and ramp through. You hit this. We get a lot of damage through with that Stonecold Serpent. We know that we have one more Stonecold Serpent, I think, to find. Oh, we're so close to lethal. Ooh, actually, is there a way that we can do this? There might be. How many ram throughs do we have? Oh, I think we're out of ram throughs. 6 cards left. Our life total is just fine. So, pass the turn. I think we got there. Wow. I was really worried about this game. And I think that we got there. And Passion Rider, yeah, gain lots of life. That's cool. That's fine. And we're at 56. Castle Lochthwain. Drawing desperately down to 5. Speaker of the Heavens. It's not a terrible draw. It would have been nice. Dude, we have played so much of our deck. This is awesome. And opponents keeps it up. There we go. I was worried at the beginning. We found the answer for Luris before it went too far. And then they never found the Call of the Death Dweller. And that is the value of just kind of, playing it out, getting a big board. Eventually you can just swing in for lots and lots of damage. I guess the misplay there is that I should have put all of that damage just to face. I didn't count it up. I was thinking that we're way too far away, but I could have killed like the 1-drop or something like that, so they couldn't have an easy chump blocker. I've done a ton of damage to face initially, but they didn't know that we had it, so I don't know. I guess there's a couple other things we could have done, but that was fun. Up against Fur. Bring it on, Fur. And this is the kind of hand that we've always dreamed of. Yeah, Gildagoose into Cobra. And the land to get to the Questing Beast. Yeah, that's what we're looking at. I dig. I mean, this isn't like super crazy ramp into Questing Beast, but it's a lot of value on the board with a Questing Beast. That's the idea here. Lotus Cobra's just, it's a busted card. It'd be nice to have some ways to like dig for our lands and whatnot, but this is fine. Alright, Gem Razor would be nice. Lotus Cobra. Pass the turn. Yeah, Gem Razors would be great. Ooh, they'd be amazing. That's not a Gem Razor. Alright. Land. Grow. Questing Beast. Swing in. And that's one nice thing about Questing Beast. It always beats Daxos. But they're going to start getting lots of life here, so we'll see how that goes. Birth of Meletus. Dude, Questing Beast is so good. Okay, Charming Prince. So they get to gain the 3rd life, so now they can scry. So I can Inscription of Abundance twice. I can fight twice. I have to put counters onto it at some point, though. So I guess we go for the kicker. I mean, it'd be nice to go for Stone Cold Serpent as well, but I think that we go for the kicker now. Just hope they don't have too many great things in hand. I could put 2 counters here. That lets it kind of swing in a little more aggressively. They'd have to double block for the Lotus Cobra, which I think I'd be fine trading off now. So, or they won't be able to block, and we get to get in for 6 each turn. That's interesting. Okay, 2 counters there. Gain life. You fight Daxos. They might go ahead and double block on the Lotus Cobra here. It may not have been the best play, but getting 2 more bodies off the battlefield isn't the worst. Yeah, you can't block Questing Beast. They take it down to 13. That is what we like to see. Pass the turn. A massive, a 7/7 Stone Cold Serpent next turn as well. Luris. Luris is annoying. Alright, so Daxos comes back. Alright, now we need to get rid of Luris. That kitty's gotta die. That feels bad. No. Ooh, and Gem Razor. What'd be great is another Gem Razor so we can just kind of double up. 3 triggers would be sweet. Here, let's do this. So, 2 counters onto Questing Beast. We gain life. Questing Beast fights Luris. They gain some more life, that's fine. Next, attack in just here. They can't block, down to 11. I could put Stone Cold Serpent out as 2 of, just a 2-drop here. I think we end up losing some value that way, though. Yeah, let's pass the turn. I think we're still fine with what we have. They could have board wipes in this deck as well, having the Luris and Aerie or whatnot. Hallowed Priest, okay. Speaker of the Heavens, speak of the devil. Alright, so now Hallowed Priest can block the Questing Beast. Not really effectively yet, but it can do it. Okay, now a little bit more effectively. Okay, passes my turn. So first, swing with Questing Beast. Down to 10. They can gain a lot of life, but I think Daxos is the main way of them gaining life. Alright, so counters. Stonecoil Serpent X3. Actually, you know, let's go X4 and then use Gilded Goose. I think that's fine. Put it over. Now it's a biggin. Yeah, Daxos, they just have too much life gain with it. Pass the turn. If we can shut off their life gain, Hollow Priest can't ever really block Questing Beast, and then we swing in for the win. And now we actually have enough stuff on board. We can probably just start aggressing with these guys as well. I mean, this is an 8-8 Trampler. Yeah, good game. Opponent scoops it up. There we go. Yes, alright. I like this deck. It's a good. Alrighty. Up against this person. And keep it. Alright, go Gilded Goosey. Pass the turn. I never know what the right play is here. If we go for the Stonecoil Serpent first, I believe that's the right play. Up against Yorground, so they're probably going to have multicolored things. We have the land, so we can make this a 3-3. So we start hitting for 7 on the next turn. And we're putting a lot into this one basket. It would be nice to be able to have this up for ramp on Vivian on the next turn. Birth of Militus. Gem Razor is going to be nice here. Ooh, and the Great Henge. All right, yeah, this is sweet. I guess spreading the love too would have been better. Maybe like putting it onto the Gilded Goose instead. I'm really never sure, because now all they need is one removal spell. Heartless Act doesn't work though. Eliminate doesn't work though. There's like very few things that actually work well against this, and so that's really cool. And we actually, do we have lethal here? Great Henge. Ram through? Almost. Almost. Down to 1. Whew. Man, this deck is feeling spicy. Alright, here's the board wipe though. Yeah, there's the Shatter. Questing Beast. Questing Beast off the top. Deck. Come now, deck. And we have a really good threat here as well, though, so that's nice. Alright, so put this on as a Trampler, which we have the Inscription of Abundance as well. Gains 0 life, scries for 0. Charming Prince gains some more life. Inscription of Abundance still wins here, and they throw out a Treacherous Blessing. Ooh. Opponent scoops it up. Sweet! Dude. That just felt solid. I think that's a good matchup for us right there. Up against Subriber. Bringing on Subriber. What? You guys really should never, ever take me seriously. I don't know why you do. You don't? Oh, good. Good. Alright, Gilded Goosey. I think the best draw here would be a Lotus Cobra. Pass the turn. Get the snakies going. There's actually a decent amount of snakes in Standard right now. But there's no, like, tribal payoff, unfortunately. So, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do, like, a snake tribal thing. But I really want to, just so you know. Alright, Disruption could be a thing here. So I'm actually just going to go for the attack first. And the Harbinger. Alright, so Essence Scatter. Yeah, I felt like it was going to be counterspell stuff. Glad I didn't risk the Questing Beast just yet. Alright, now we can dodge a Disruption if that's what's there. If it's another counterspell, we have to play stuff out at some point, right? Removal. Heartless Act. Rude. Swing in. Down to 16. This might be a harder matchup if they just have... They've already answered a lot of our best stuff. So now we just have to keep drawing good things and not any more lands. but I don't have hope for that right now. Yeah, that's gonna happen over and over again, possibly. Well, past the turn, we can start making food tokens. Yay. Maze Mime Tome. Alright, yeah, so this is... What is this, actually? Sultai Control. It could be a combo deck of some sort. There's still Peer into the Abyss, and like I think Underworld Dreams is still in the format. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and sacrifice one of these now. There might be a reason to have higher life total. Don't really know. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm grateful for the amount of action we had to begin with. Like, we did have a lot of stuff. But now it's been 4 action cards to 9. Excuse me. 8 lands. So we are drawing 2/3 lands. And lands are not 2/3 of our deck. So if you would kindly stop doing that, I'd appreciate it. Well, that 2 mana Stone Cold Serpent did get them down to 12. That's not too shabby. A handful of Squat is pretty shabby, though. Alright, Garruk's Harbinger actually going to be pretty sweet here. They probably have Brazen Borrower to bounce. Frantic Inventory, digging for the Borrower. Draws with the Maze Mime Tome. That's cool. That's cool. Extinction Event on Odd. So go ahead and use Gilded Goose. Yeah, that's an issue with lots and lots of card draw. They tend to have answers. I mean, we should draw action for the next couple turns. So I'm going to stick in it just because if we find a Questing Beast here and they no longer have like Heartless Axe and things like that to deal with it, we can probably get in for 2 hits. And then all we have to do is find one more at some point and then potentially win. So I know I stick in games probably longer than a lot of you guys do, but there is a reason to be sticking in some games. Just like that first game. The first game was a 30-minute long game, or it was like 25 minutes. But it was worth sticking around for. Gain some life up to 26. I don't know how they're actually planning on winning here, so I might force them to actually play the long game instead of just conceding. Well, that's terrible. Pass the turn. Alright, well, Ashiok, we probably can't beat. You know what? Questing Beast off the top lets us beat Ashiok.
There is little as exquisite as the artist. You will feel inspired.
They go for the -3 right away. That makes no sense. Lotus Cobra at this point does absolutely nothing. Like, why would you go for the -3 there? I'm really confused about that. Cling to Dust. This will gain 3 life. Cool, they can do it again. I mean, so yeah, we're probably game over. 20 cards deep. We still are kind of in the game. There are some things that we can draw. If we find like 3 good top decks. Questing Beast, Great Henge, Gargaroth. Or like Questing Beast number 2. Something like that. Gem Razor wouldn't be terrible either. Vivian, also pretty sweet stuff. If this is counter, then we'll probably scoop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that we probably could potentially still win there, but now Ashiok's going off. We didn't find an answer for it right away. Like, it'd have to be Questing Beast off the top, and then it's still a super long game, and I don't want to sit through that at this point, so game over. Our begins Shogun, and we'll keep this. Play Gilded Goose. Pass the turn. I think we've had this hand before, and it was beautiful the last time we played it as well. Let's just not draw any more lands. We only need one more land to play our most expensive stuff. More than that is nice sometimes. Okay, feed the swarm. Huh. Not as many people are playing this as I feel like there should be. That's a really good card. I guess now we go Gilded Goose so we can still get the Questing Beast on next turn. Pass the turn. We could put this on 1. Nah, we'll wait for it. See, it just destroys our creature. And I know, and you do lose a lot of life with it, but if you have any sort of life gain with it, that's okay. Wow. 2 in the opening hand. I'm okay with them spending on those right now. Those aren't the actual threats. It just slows us down a bit. But like, a card for card on our ramp, I guess I'm okay with that. We'll see how much more removal they have, though. Mire Triton's a little bit annoying. We have to find a ram through to actually deal with that. Or just go for the trade-off. Cling to Dust. Gain some life back up to 23. We go Questing Beast. Swing here. Pass the turn. Liliana. 6.
This battle is going to end
in the graveyard.
on
All
my
right.
terms.
Okay, Questing Beast off the top. Give
Get
it to
out
me
of
now.
my way already.
Alright. Yeah, attack, kill Liliana. So yeah, they get to kill the Serpent as well. 2 cards left in hand.
You only think you've won.
Let's go for 4 mana Stormcoil Serpent. Man, not as many multicolored stuff as there was before. I feel like Stormcoil Serpent's protection ability is like almost non-existent in this format now. Which, I mean, over the course of the next few sets, I'm sure there'll be more stuff that comes up to make it worthwhile. But at the moment, I'm a little bit disappointed. It's not as powerful as it used to be. How about that? Inscription of Abundance can be really nice against the Kroxa. They don't have the other red source right now. If we find land, Gargaroth is sweet. I guess this is sweet in a lot of instances anyway, though. So let's go ahead and, I guess we'll drop a Gargaroth. Feels bad. That's truth. So this is a discard deck. Discard Mono Black, or actually Rakdos Control with Forever Young. Is this a Conrad deck? Please tell me this is a Sir Conrad deck. Oh, that would make me so happy. So much joy would come my way. Down to 15. They're probably going to have extinction events. We still need to increase the clock, though. So, without the other Serpent, pass the turn. Not another red source, so no Kroxa yet. There we go. Opponent scoops it up pretty early, I feel like, but we'll take it. All right, so we had an 80% win rate with 4 wins, 1 loss. I know just 5 games isn't enough to totally tell about a deck, but there were some long ones, and so we're going to be ending it here. And overall, I like the deck. I think it was really powerful. I think it was really fun to play. I really just enjoy playing mono green stompy type of style. That's one of the first styles that really got me excited about Magic in general. I think my first deck ever was a Gruul aggro, like Gruul mid-range type of deck with energy stuff, everything with Pummeler, all that kind of thing, those kinds of things. And then I kind of built another mono green deck, and I've always really loved green in the format. That was the first thing that got me excited about Magic. I definitely have morphed into other colors. I think that white probably might be my favorite color now. You guys have probably noticed, like, I have so many decks with white in there somewhere. And so I'm like, maybe that's it. This question comes up a lot, so I guess that's why I'm answering it. I feel like I don't actually have a favorite color in Magic right now, but green was my first love. And so there's that. And then I love all of them now, probably about the same, except for blue, because blue. No, blue has its good stuff too. Anyway, that's it for this deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.